Hello people, you're welcome back to the channel. It's your one and only Lady Jackson bringing you this particular update as a day hot. So of course, in this particular video, I'm going to get you guys on the full lowdown on how the Dano milk challenge task went and how beautiful it was. Now the housemates were told to write a 2-minute letter of affirmation to themselves and or anyone else, adding anyone else, right? And they're going to present it. The group who wins, there will be like 2 or 3 positions. The group who wins, and then the group who wins second, whatever. Now, this particular video, I'm just going to let you know the ones that were emotional, the ones I felt were fake, and the ones that were like in the middle and stuff. And I'm going to reveal to you all that Adekunle and Venita has been doing. So, of course, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and watch this video till the end. Share comments down below and also share this video. Let's get right into it. In no particular order, Angel. Now, I think Angel's own letter of affirmation to herself was precise, direct, on point, and in the time frame that it was giving. She spoke about her full real name, and which was given to her by her grandmother, which meant my house will not end, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if I'm mistaken on anything, please share it on the comment section down below. Her own was really beautiful. If I were to give a position, she would be amongst the top 3. Now, moving on to the next person. Adekunle is the next on my list. Adekunle's on his own presentation was quick, simple, down to the point, and it wasn't emotional. After all, he was saying at the end that I'm not going to cry this time, not this time. He spoke about how people perceived him and whom he really is, and reaffirming to himself that he's going to break the records and be the best of himself. The next person on my list is Kiddwaya. Now, Kiddwaya spoke about things that he spoke about, like he's been struggling, but people feel that because he's from a wealthy family, he doesn't put in the hard work and stuff. He was talking about a few things, and he spoke about somebody. I don't know if that was himself, but there was like a real name, something Seyi. Kiddwaya or Seyi or something like that. But it was nice to see, right? But it didn't come off emotional or anything. It just felt like a little bit of showing off, but we understood his perspective. Ike was the next person in my own list. Now, of course, I wouldn't say this was how it came out. This is random. Ike spoke about his own struggles and how, he's here to become, he's going to become a superstar, break records, and prove people wrong on how they perceive him, and just reaffirming to himself that, this is just the beginning. It is a wonderful journey, and he's going to make sure he gets till the end. Nothing emotional about it. Next person is CeeC. CeeC's own came off. A lot of you keep thinking like some people don't like CeeC, right? But it's not like that. It's just the way she comes off as. She has came off like, as though it was pride, or her being like, when you're reaffirming to yourself and then you're coming off as you're being, prideful or something. But hers was really nice. It wasn't emotional. After all, after the finish, she even said it that she doesn't know how people get emotional so easily. Next is Venita. Venita's own was really nice. She spoke as though she wrote a spoken word. She spoke on how she wanted to be an athlete, but then now in the creative art sector of the universe. She spoke about her kids, but said it's an experience that is best enjoyed physically, and a whole lot of things. In the long run, it was beautiful, it was nice, but not emotional. The next was Pere. Pere spoke about how he grew up from a struggling family with a single mother. He's the only son, and a whole lot of stuff. It was a little bit emotional. His voice was shaking at some point. And then all I could say to myself, this is the reason why Pere is overly authoritative and wants to come off as controlling. He didn't have a serious father figure, and he wants to fill in that space for himself and any other person he feels needed it, whether they like it or not. Next is Seyi. Seyi made his own really nice. For the first time, I'm seeing Seyi emotional. He was literally drawn to tears. I was talking about his siblings and stuff, and how he's the 7th generation or the 7th son or 7th whatever of the Awolowo stuff, and how great they are. He's going to put in the hard work for his wife and his son and everything. It was really nice to hear. I loved it, actually, for someone like me who actually hates his guts. Next is Neo. Neo was actually the first housemate to be called by Big Brother to come and do his presentation. And he was the first person to give me the vibe of pride and self-show off. But we understand that, self-affirmations can come in diverse ways. And through him, all the housemates knew that the 2 minutes they were giving is not a long time for all the things they were writing. Neo was cut short halfway. He didn't complete it. It was not emotional, obviously. Next was Tolani Baj, who called her full name. Ziomo Tolani, some Bajide or something, right? Hers was really emotional because she got to the point of revealing that she buried her dad in February, and how it was a struggle into depression. And soon, she indicated how her siblings and her mom had been her comfort. She moved on to saying she's going to become a world-renowned DJ very soon. It was beautiful. Next was Samadina. I'm giving you only top 3, right? But if there was a top 4, or even in the same top 3, Samadina could easily come in as one of the top 3. His own was poetic. It was nice. It was energetic. It was beautiful, and I really liked it. He spoke about his depression and insecurities. We actually started from the first season after he was evicted, thinking he was going to get to the end, but he was evicted and he lost it and almost lost himself. It was nice, not emotional. Next was WhiteMoney. WhiteMoney kept praising himself, calling all the 5 or 10 different names he called for Big Brother in the diary session today, and was just confirming how his journey had been from grass to grace. And this one is also to show that, he can achieve it for the underdogs and stuff. It was not emotional, but it was beautiful. Next was Mercy Eke. I don't know how she quickly delved into emotions. I was almost crying. So it was literally only her that was feeling the emotions, because I didn't feel it. But it was beautiful. And, it got into the emotional category, but not for me because I didn't feel it. It was beautiful to see how she reaffirmed to herself and her struggles and everything. Next was Doyin. Doyin was not emotional, of course. Initially, she was even laughing. She was talking about how people perceived her wrong, how people bullied her for her big eyes and her body, calling her malnourished, and how it affected her. But now, she's over that and she's here to become bigger, and everything was beautiful. The most emotional of this particular presentation was Ilebaye. Ilebaye was crying how she came from a broken family. They called her a girl who was dependent. She's a graduate but has nothing to show for it. But she knew that her time was going to come. She had always questioned when it was going to be, but she always trusted. And she's here to say she loves her mom and all of that. It was really nice and emotional, I must say. Next was Cross, who spoke about how his dad was assassinated, how it almost broke or tore his family down, and the struggles from then till now. But that, he's back and stronger. And at some points, his voice was breaking. He was emotional. Not evidently, he didn't want to cry, but it was really, really nice to see. And moving on from that, I must say, Adekunle and Venita are not hiding their love interest in each other. In fact, they've been kissing countlessly around the house, but we didn't get to see a lot of it. Not until tonight after the Dano games. They were in the washing room where they do their laundry, and here they were talking about how Ilebaye was asking Adekunle if she should really talk about what she wanted to talk about. He was like, she should go for it. It was going to be nice. She should just be herself and, say something to her family. It was nice, but these guys didn't care about what they were talking about. They only cared about each other, and soon they were smacking lips. I'm like, stop it.